Hello to all my online students. I just want to make a few brief points for all the classes. First of all, for some reason on the gradebook, my past assignments that I altered or are no longer used for your class show up on the gradebook. Do not worry about those. I'll end up making probably another announcement about this again later on. Just worry about the assignments that are in the modules, okay? Very important. I apologize for that. I've been meaning to get a hold of Canvas to try to figure out how to fix the complexities of why my old assignments are still showing up in the gradebook. So just don't worry about that. I want to also remind you, if there's a longer video, I often will state that you have to write more than 2 video notes for it. Sometimes it's not the case, but I will make mention. And some of you are still only writing 2 points per video when I write out very clearly that this particular video needs 6 points. Or if I say watch other videos and write points on them, and then I'm still seeing you not do that. So please try to pay attention to those things if you want full points. Many of you now are finally getting the Sunday papers that I've been really trying to drill in the fact that it needs to be works cited the way that I demonstrated for week 1 video. Just having something at the end of the video, at the end of the paper, is just a bibliography unless it has footnotes. That's not a works cited. Just do it the way that I showed the example for, please. That's what you need to do, and showing dates for time periods covered and not using outside sources, and you're good to go. Okay? So, and then lastly, I just want to encourage all of you to just keep hanging in there. Some of my students have had COVID, some have family members. Some of you don't believe it. This is not the point that I want to get involved with right now. What I want to point out is that this time period is affecting everybody in some extreme way, and you're having a lot of extreme thoughts about it, maybe even emotions. Our social lives are not the same as they used to be. Going out, trying to enjoy life. And for many of you out here, you don't even really want to be in an online class. And it's very hard to focus, especially when there's so many other things going on in your lives. I understand. I'm overworked and I have a lot of distractions as well. So it's like we're all into this together in terms of just trying to deal with life. So I just want to encourage all of you to please hang in there, keep working hard, and communicate with me. I apologize when I don't get back right away, but I'll do my best, and please try to communicate with me if there's anything that you need to deal with again. Also, if you're having a struggle about deciding, whether you can keep up in this class or like if it's too late to drop, I always want to encourage you to talk to your counselors as well to basically assess, a strategy for your academic life. I'm always going to encourage you to stay in this class, and I'm going to do my best to keep, helping you move forward and have your back. But sometimes, you just have a lot of things going on in your life, and you have to reassess it. I'm not able to actually tell you whether or not that you can afford to drop this class or not according to the goals that you have. This is something you'd want to look over with a counselor and just kind of get some thoughts on. But so anyhow, I just want to address this issue here. For many of the professors that I know and many schools, students are dropping quite a bit. Attendance is low, morale is low. And I just want to acknowledge that and say, hey, you guys, all you wonderful people out here who are trying hard to improve your lives, whether you're very young, trying to get ahead before you get to college, or those of you coming back late with families and so forth. Hang in there. We are moving forward, and before you know it, we'll have this class finished. And as you're noticing, if you just keep up the work, the points come in, and your grade actually can look quite well. And if you are getting behind, many of you are already communicating with me on this, but if you have not, especially if I've already written to you a few times through Starfish or something like that, this would be the time to try to really talk to a counselor or talk to me and start catching up, because we're going to get to a certain point where catching up is not going to be realistic, even if I say go ahead, and I'll take in late work. But let me make this also very clear. I don't automatically allow free makeup work. You need to be writing to me if you're a person that's getting behind. You need to kind of clarify things with me. And for the most part, I'm going to be okay with it. But, just remember, this is how college works. You got to communicate with your professor, okay? So I'm done with that. I hope you all are having the best week as possible. It's been tricky out here. The weather, it's a nice day today. I haven't been able to get out in it. I just had a snow ice storm, tragedy. Not tragedy is too big a word. I had no power for 2 days. It's crazy. The whole entire city was just a blanket of snow. And then all of a sudden now it's just sunny and there's no more snow. But, Texas, look at that. Like, whew. All right. So that's enough of that. I will talk to you all later, and be good to yourselves.